Holiday season update for Halo Infinite is here, and with it comes some big W's. We got a custom browser, first of all. No kidding. It's here. It's here in advance. I have yet to check it out, but I can't wait. We've got the remake of The Pit. I believe this is called Empryean. I'm just going to call it The Pit. We've got Red Reticle on PC. We've got M&K improvements. We got bug fixes, networking improvements. The list goes on. It's honestly incredible. There's a lot of W's. I've linked the article, the patch notes in the description. You can read it all if you like. I'm not going to read it in this video. I'm too busy trying to check out this new Pit. We're going to jump around on this remake of The Pit. The map honestly looks beautiful. I know we've been calling it Taco Pit, apparently, just because of the color scheme. But despite that, I actually really like how this turned out. I can't wait to show off some of the skill jumps. There is one L with this update. Unfortunately, they did remove snap sliding. It's gone. Pay your respects. I do think it was a mistake. I'm not going to waste time talking about it in this video, but I do think it was just a misunderstood mechanic and a mistake that they removed it, but it is what it is. Let's focus on the positive. Okay, Taco Pit. Let's explore. Now, I did just download this update like 2 hours ago. I haven't been here very long. I haven't played matchmaking yet either. That said, I found some pretty cool stuff I want to show off. Can't wait to see how this map plays as well, because it's got some unique little changes that the old version of the Pit didn't have. The one issue I have with this map, though, is performance. Like certain areas, certain jumps, it'll stutter and hitch sometimes, and I don't know if this is a me-specific problem. You guys can let me know in the comments if you're having the issue too. I think it's a Forge issue, and if it comes up, I'll try to point it out. The other issue is there's a broken spawn point on the outside of the map. Do not fall off that side. I'll show it later. If you fall off that side of the map, you will die endlessly. It kind of sucks. Otherwise, it's been a good experience. We're in the base here, of course. You've got a box here that you can crouch jump off of to get to the window. You can crouch jump the other way to get to the top of the stairs. What's cool is you can't reach this clamber from the floor, but there's a divot in the wall here. If you hold crouch, jump from a crouch position, bank your head on the roof of this, you get caught in the wall. You can shimmy while you're here to the end of it, and then tap out and late jump out from the wall, and you can sort of skill jump your way up into a clamber up to the window. So it kind of gives you like a different access point to the window. Not so useful here, but very useful over here. And this is a throwback to a Halo 3 skill jump. There was a skill jump in this section to clear this area in Halo 3. Now it's accessible with a clamber. The unique, kind of infinite aspect to this is this whole wall has this divot that you can shimmy across. Obviously, you don't need to here with the box, but technically here you could, pull off that same skill jump. So pretty cool that, they've got this little change. Now remember that while snap sliding is patched, curb sliding is still in the game, and it works the same as it used to. So if you know how to curb slide, you still have access to some very fast, very useful rotations, depending on the situation. It's all situational. I feel like I got to justify every slide that I do at this point. I'm doing edge lineup curb slides, by the way. If you don't know what this is or what I'm talking about, I've got an in-depth tutorial from basic to advanced on everything I know about this technique. I've linked it in the description, so I don't have to explain it here. What I will do is just try to point out different locations where I feel like it might be useful to get a faster rotation, depending on what you want. Like if you want to get to the sniper here, this is a pretty useful rotation, and this is located throughout the map, so I'll try to point it out as we go. Let's slow down just a bit, though, take in some of the sights here. Of course, you got your BR spawn. This section is unique and not how it looked in the original Pit. There's a ledge you can clamber up to here and just sit up here. If you push into the wall, you get your head stuck here. Doesn't really have any significance. Looks like you can't jump on this either. I'm always looking for little collision objects, something you could potentially jump off of. Like, it's a shame that you can't jump off the BR platform here, right? This maybe not as important as right here. If you could jump off this little light, let's say, that would be a skill jump or a crouch jump up to the window from a different section. And it's just, I see it as just little missed opportunities for skill expression for a higher angle challenge in the right situation, jumping off the Needler here. But yeah, Needler spawn here. There was a sidekick in the base. BR. Got a little ledge on the side that you can sit on, take cover. You can slide off it too. Could be useful for rotation. You can slide off it on an angle to get the plasma nades at the same time that you rotate to the drop wall right here. Pretty cool. Got a lot of different slides throughout this section. Just any way that you see fit. This entire section is all slide height, right? So with the right kind of precision, you've got access to some pretty cool movement here. I would recommend if you're going to go up this ramp, don't jump. hold the slide out so you can keep that momentum as long as possible to get that rotation over to the drop wall. A lot of missed snap slide opportunities here as well. Like, that would have been a snap slide straight through the hallway. It would have been sick. Could have done a wall lineup snap. Anyway, I'm just feel like a boomer just complaining about what was lost at this point. At this point, dude. It's a shame. It's just a shame. This section is training. You got green here, of course. The barrels here as well that do explode when I shoot them. This ledge, reminiscent of Halo 3, of course. It might be possible to slide off, but near impossible. It'd be really difficult, not worth it. This section is clamber height, but interestingly, all of these ledges, if you precisely jump into it with good spacing and hold crouch, there's like a lip on the top of it that allows you to kind of ride up it and skip the clamber up to the ledge. So actually really cool, in my opinion, because I can tell that they thought about this when they put it together to create like a challenging crouch jump and give players the option to keep their gun ready and shoot for skill, right? Like you have to have some precision and some spacing to line that up. Pretty cool. Precise slide down here will give you a fast rotation to repulse. The repulsor has a lot of really cool, unique application in this section. Can use a slide to get down to these sections more quickly too, and just all depending on how you angle it. It is possible to angle one sort of like this and get a boost to all of these different areas. Remember that whenever you're going for this stuff, if you're not ready to shoot, you're throwing yourself into incoming fire, you're going to die for it, right? Like we could go on all day about the balance and risk reward of this stuff, but all of this is slide height. You've got a lift here. It's possible to lower your altitude on the lift. Halo 3 had a special trick for this. In this game, I think you just slide into it or just hold crouch as you go up the lift and you go I believe you go slightly lower when you go up it. Maybe not, honestly. Looks about the same, so maybe you don't honestly get an advantage. If there is a way to lower your height, I would encourage someone in the comments to let me know, because little nuances like that, they're always useful to know depending on the situation. I was thinking if you slide into it or if you have enough momentum into it, you might be able to force a clamber onto the wall so you can get a clear jump and not expose yourself. But there seems to be no way to clamber this because the lift sucks you into the center before it shoots you up. So a little unfortunate. Same process here as well. Good spacing. You can skip the clamber. They've got a turret. It's a scrap cannon. I don't know how strong this thing is. I don't play a lot of BTB. It looks powerful. This looks deadly. Probably going to get GA'd. I don't know. Or maybe, maybe the pros will be nice. You pull it off, though. Roam with it. This might be useful. You've got a commando that spawns here. This is curb slide height, of course. You could pick up the commando and set up a slide at the same time. Pretty sick to line up. Or skip the commando and get a more, easier lineup, I guess, down the staircase. It'll get you through faster. This whole section, brand new, really cool, honestly, and built, I think, specifically to show off the repulsor. There's a lot of really cool ways to repulse throughout this section. This gets me up to top sword. Here, normally sword would spawn here. I love the design of this section, by the way. It looks really pretty, just this computer room. And then throw back to Halo 3. They've got access to this little lookout point. I think Halo 3 had a skillful kind of way to wedge yourself in the window and just sit there and hold the angle. As far as I can tell, you can't do that here, but I think it would be cool if there was some way to make that possible. As far as I can tell, you should be able to just jet yourself down the hallway, which could be useful here. Heat wave instead of a sword. I like that. They did actually update the sword recently, which is exciting. The trade window on the sword is a little wider now, which might make it viable and competitive. Not sure. Might be a little disorganized, but let's go back to the tower here because I want to actually show off this little skill jump spot here. I was trying to think of, what jump should I save for the end of the video. This is pretty sick, honestly. So throwback to Halo 3, there was a jump called a double juggle, I believe, like some sort of a ghost jump. I didn't do it personally. I was not a Halo 3 trick jumper, but you could jump up the wall here to access the top of tower. Now, if you, with good spacing, you want to kind of stand at the back of the box and then jump, hold, crouch, you can wedge yourself in here and you can shimmy and go like all the way around the tower, honestly. It's pretty wild how far you can go and get into the... And I don't think you can hit this wall, but you might be able to... Oh! Oh my God. Oh, it is breaking. Yeah, so I didn't know you could go that far, which is pretty sick, but this is blocked. They tried to block this section to not allow you to jump up here, but what I found is if you can pinpoint your jump right at this corner, it's possible to still, and I just like mash jump. Come on. There you go. It is possible to still skill jump your way up here. Obviously, that took me way too many tries to be viable, but I do think with some practice, I think that there's some potential here. I will say, though, with the way the game was stuttering in these sections, like any area that they sort of attempt to block, when you try to jump around it, the game doesn't like it. And I would rather just see improvements in performance than see patches in the end of the day, because I do think that that's really cool, that that's possible. The shimmying thing is a little wild, but it does give you access to very challenging skill jump options to get to the top of tower here as well. If you back up and then jump, the same type of jump is out here. You can get to the top of tower. So this could definitely be useful, even just shimmying on the wall itself and kind of tucking yourself in. Who knows? Depending on the situation, you might be able to make a play. All right, so my game crashed while recording. Not the greatest sign. I came back to the map, and the lighting is completely different now, I think. I don't know. I'd have to compare. Was that there before? I don't think that was there before. And I think this looks better. So I don't know. Like either they're updating it on the fly or we were just playing, the wrong lighting. I don't know. Forge is a mystery, man. I'm all for it either way. So there's a box here. You can slide off the box, as you can see, to get to training. There used to be a light here in Halo 3. I missed this. Kind of a cheeky spot that you could get up to. This is still pretty cool, though. Nice rotation. Ideally, you got to be ready for a shot. Have your reticle place if you fly by and hit the jump so you keep the high ground, but pretty cool. This spot outside is very neat. It's actually designed for the repulsor. I'm not sure if it's possible to get there without it. I would like to see somebody try. You're risking your life jumping out there. Like, you're off the map doing this. And if you fall off the map in this section, you enter an endless respawn, which we can attempt. But basically, you can, just with a regular jump, clear this section, which is honestly a really cool rotation. I'm going to take a risk and give this a try, and we'll see if the spawn point is still broken. But when I was playing this previously, I would die, respawn in the air, and then, yeah, okay. Yeah, welcome to Endless Death, basically. So if this is a thing in matchmaking, they probably have to take the map out of matchmaking, because this is completely game-breaking. Like, I'm just stuck out here. The only I don't even know where I am. The only salvation is to restart the game, which you only have that flexibility in custom. So this is unfortunate. Hopefully they patch that real quickly. But yeah, there's a spawn point outside the map. Anyway, it's a pretty cool, unique feature of the map that takes advantage of the repulsor. I'm always a fan of equipment-specific jumps, so I'm glad that they kind of, added this section. It's possible to go the other way, which is way more difficult, and it takes 2 repulsors, but it's really sick. It's also not that useful, but you can stand on this. Make sure you don't have too much downward momentum landing on this, or you'll slip off and die. You can stand on the other one, too. Shimmy to the edge, and then jump, repulse together. Oh, and you can clamber to this ledge and get up here, risking your life and 2 repulsors in the process just for an angle. And the moment you're seen, you're going to have to drop. It's honestly not useful at all, but it's really sick. Who knows, man? Like, maybe if you... See, how risky would it be, right? Like, let's say you have a rocket launcher in an OS and you don't make the jump. Like, your teammate's going to hate you, basically. Speaking of repulsor jumps, I'm not sure if this one is intentional, but there's a ledge here. And I think you slide off it, but if you continuously jump, you get to stay on top of it. We'll see how long this lasts, if it's intentional or not. Actually, let's see if you... Yeah, I don't think you can stand on it without continuously jumping, unless you have... Oh, you can. Once again, if you don't have too much downward momentum, you can sit here. Can you jump around? Ooh! This must be intentional, right? This is pretty cool, honestly. But yeah, so repulsor exclusive. Like, that's the thing, is I'm open to high altitude like locations, as long as you're burning something like a repulsor to get there, and it's very vulnerable as well. Like the moment somebody sees you up here, what can you do? You got no cover, you're a free kill. So I don't know. I say fair game, go for it. And that just about covers all my tricks on this map so far. I'm sure there's other stuff I haven't found, but there is this little panel on the wall here that you can land on, and if you can land on it, you can slide off it. Takes a lot of precision, but you can technically use it as a rotate, right? Like the moment I hit it, I sprint slide quickly kind of as I fall and nick my feet on it. I like stuff like this personally. I think it would be cool to see more of this in the central hallways in the map. Of course, we got this section. I don't even know if I talked about this, right? You got banana, this location. You could jump up here with a crouch jump. Shimmy all the way along the wall. Can't access here. Can't jump on this as well. Would be nice if you could, I think, but fair game. You got this one, but in this midsection, right? It would be cool to have the equivalent of that, like a little panel that I could just like nick my heels on and get a faster rotate for the difficulty. I'm always a fan of like little objects like that, and it looks like all of this is kind of blocked, right? Like this one. You know, why not? Like if I burn a repulse, it's not even worth it, right? But why not just make little ledges like that accessible? This would be good too. Like this area, it looks like it's jutting out the wall, but it's just something's blocking it. And if this was accessible, that would be a nice fast rotate through this section. I understand, you know, the risk associated with going through these tight hallways. You want that to be a risky process, but having the option for a faster rotation doesn't, you know, make it not risky, right? Like you're still full committed to this hallway and to grenades and whatever else you got, you know, coming for you if you're going to commit to that rotation. It's all preference, I think, at the end of the day. Remember that you can always hit curb slides even up these ramps as long as you line up the placement correctly, right? On the edge of the ledge. I can still, like, technically speaking, I can, with enough precision, I'm behind the staircase, but I can line up a nice little rotation and get the start of the slide out with cover and then pop out with my gun ready as I fly by, maybe. Or if I'm just trying to get, you know, to sniper faster, let's say. I think that covers the map, to be honest. By the way, almost forgot. Try this. Somebody try this in matchmaking. See if you can make a play. I'm probably going to give it a try. I think it's just funny if it works. But pick up rockets or snipe. Honestly, if you're cracked as hell, maybe you can do this with snipe. And then jump repulse and kill yourself. Yeah, you know, that's always an option too. Kill yourself with the rocket or shoot the rocket through. Oh, and then die endlessly. Bro, so apparently it's not even just a spawn point, it's the whole map. Savage. One more time. Jump repulse. Shoot the rocket through the window. Get a kill on somebody in green. That would be stylish as hell. I think worth it. And you don't have to kill yourself too. I think if you keep like enough distance from the wall, like, yeah, I didn't even hurt myself. As long as you just be careful, right? I think it's worth it. If you got a snipe, that would be even more sick. So just some more creative, you know, ways to use Infinite Sandbox and what makes this map just feel fresh once again, despite being the pit. But that's basically everything I've found. If you guys find something, maybe, you know, let me know on Twitter, let me know in the comments. Great map, apart from the lighting issues, the stuttering occasionally, and the respawn issue outside the map. I think that one's a quick fix. Otherwise, can't wait to play this in matchmaking. Can't wait to try the custom browser. All the other changes, like networking improvements, I got to see what that's about. Red Reticle is finally in the game, on PC at least. There's a lot of really cool fixes. You know, it feels like a good holiday for Halo fans, I think. So I'm going to give this stuff a shot. Remember, I do stream on Twitch, by the way, as well. Twitch.tv/the I'm streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You guys can hang out with me while I grind. I might honestly stream tonight just to get some time in with the new update. But if not, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern. That's it for the video. If you guys like this stuff, make sure to like and sub. As always, I'll see you soon. Good luck on the way.